Ayo, Age here back with another episode in Civilization 6 Norway playthrough, where we have a war on our hands against Skytia. I do have a couple of things on my mind currently at this game state. First of all, looking at Skytia's lands, realistically we only need to take over these 3 cities. I don't really care as much about Yalonis, we don't really need to kill Skytia, but we do need capital and we do need some surrounding cities. Well, Perserik is gonna be falling because I want those pyramids, nothing personal. But other than that, we need a few cities in here to at least keep loyalty and make sure that they're not rebelling, so we can focus our attention on a different front, which is probably going to be Simon Bolivar, but we're going to talk about it a little bit later. Now, when I look at these cities and my big navy, I do have a very limited use for my boats in here. If we take a look at the Perserik, we only have 2 tiles we can attack into the city center from, and most likely we're going to have frigates soon. We already have most research, I already have enough niter to upgrade at least 1, and we can just look to clean this empire up. So our ships are gonna have limited use because the city of Pokrovka only has 1 single tile to attack into the city center with. I'm gonna have to leave a caravel in here to just take over the city center and let the frigates do rest of the work. And the city of Miriv doesn't have a single tile we can attack with melee boats into the city center, and only a single tile for the frigate to do that. So realistically, I don't need all my navy in here. They did their job pillaging all of these coastline tiles. And we do in fact have a few more to pillage. Let's just get some extra faith. Not bad. So everything else that we needed is pillaged. The city of Mirip is gonna have to be dealt with help of our berserkers, so I'm gonna start moving my melee units around Christian's land to prepare for war against the Grand Columbia. Another thing that I have on my mind is the carefulness we have to take with our policies. If we take a look at the civic tree, we do have a civic we can research in 4 turns. We have a civic that we can research in 7 turns. But if we scroll a little bit further, it's atrocious. So if we end up with a policy slot that makes sense temporarily but doesn't give us enough value, the next civics change is gonna have to be in 15 turns, or we have to pay a decent amount of gold to be able to change those policies. So I would like to optimize our policy slots as much as possible. I'm gonna start heading towards monarchy because I would like to have more military slots and more wildcard slots. I don't mind sacrificing 1 yellow and 1 green. These policy slots are not as important for us because if we take a look at our government, there are a couple of things I would like to get. We are 4 turns away from the next era, meaning that we are going to be losing Monumentality, Free Inquiry, and Conversion Voice. We're going to drop in stats significantly, I suspect, especially when looking at it. These 2 cities are providing us with 16 science alone. So our 100 is not gonna be as assuring as it is right now, and it's enough right now to keep us up with the rest of the civilizations and surpass some of them, but we are gonna be dropping significantly. That's why with Free Inquiry we were looking to do the most that we can. And so I would like to get myself serfdom instead of natural philosophy for a few turns, as I don't want to be stuck with this policy card any longer. I just want to get my builders out, replace this card, and get more use out of anything else. I just pillaged the last of the tiles of the Skytian Empire. Sure, there are some tiles that berserkers can deal with, however we do need those frigates, so I need retinues to get 50% resource discount on all unit upgrades. I want to get professional army for 50% gold discount on unit upgrades as well to get more frigates right now. And maybe I would like to get veterancy, but we really don't have a luxury to move these cards around. That's why the next government is going to be important, as looking at it, we do want raid card, we might need a press gangs card to pump more naval units. Veterancy is really good because all of our cities are building either harbors or some harbor districts occasionally. Getting 30% bonus production on that is nice. Also, gold could be very useful. Plus 35 gold we could currently save per turn, and we could even use colonial offices. Actually, let's check the continent. So, we are on the same continent as Skytia. Okay, never mind then. That card could be good against Russia, against pretty much every other civilization, right? Yeah, even Brazil is on a different continent. However, we are not getting use out of it against Skytia, so that's fine. Let's plug in the cards that are the most important right now, and we'll reserve them. Good, let's do just that. Now we are able to upgrade to quadri rings into frigates, securing our golden age as well, as this is our first Niter unit. And in the next era, we are gonna probably be able to take either Reform the Coinage or Monumentality. Not very important ones, because we neither trading internationally, nor we have a lot of faith, plus that faith could be used in buying things for Grandmaster Chapter, meaning that we can just buy land units with faith. So we do have ways to spend our faith. Monumentality is not really necessary, especially on this map where we don't really have even enough tiles to improve, maybe with Mercantilism later on. So I'm gonna start moving most of my navy. Well, I can just attack into the city center with 2 caravels. Let's tear its walls down a little bit, and the rest of the caravels, I don't really need them in here, so let's start sending them back to the Christians' land. And we do have another settler that we captured from Skytia. Technologically, after the printing, we are gonna be heading towards industrialization to uncover the coal, and this is where we are gonna have to have a lot of faith. Not faith the research, but we need to believe that we have any coal in our empire. We need a decent amount if we want to have more ranged units. Ideally, I would like to get myself battleships that are consuming the coal, even though frigates for now are gonna do the job, but securing this resource, at least enough of it, would allow us to progress significantly faster. So that's where we are gonna be heading next. And so I am gonna keep this settler somewhere around my empire, at least until we are able to research that coal.
Remember that people break down.
Alright, let's start sending our frigates to the front line, and I need to start thinking about the purpose of my cities. I do have 3 decently productive cities, but I still gonna need industrial zones around the area. So I could place down an aqueduct in Oslo with an industrial zone. That would be a +3. Pretty decent. This could be an aqueduct and an industrial zone. Not bad. I cannot have an aqueduct in Nidaros, but I could still drop an industrial zone somewhere here. Not a massive one, but it's something. With a potential for a Venetian arsenal, but I don't know if I will even have time to build it. As this city is not very productive, it takes a long time to complete Grandmaster's Chapel. However, if I would buy a shipyard, maybe that would be a good idea. Let's do that, actually. Because they do have a little bit of gold, and we are not upgrading frigates fast enough. We just don't have enough niter. However, my fresher cities are probably gonna be concerned about getting stats. I will need a bunch of culture, science, I will need gold. But I don't really need these cities to make me units. I do have at least 3 cities that are capable of making it, and we are gonna need more units, especially a little bit later on once nationalism is gonna start coming up. I would like to fleet up my boats to give them extra strength. Now, Skytia has sent a galley in here, sure. Let's clean it up. Let's send this one. Actually, oh, you have a promotion, okay. You can keep attacking the city center. We are just throwing pebbles at it, we're just weakening it a little bit. But since we are not taking a lot of damage back, we can afford to do that to take the city a little bit faster. Now, this caravel, I'm gonna send you back as well. And let's send our berserkers in. I will keep this builder around. Once we take over Pazirik, we can repair some of the tiles around here. And we have a Brussels. Nice. Let's declare a quick war on it, because I do see that we can pillage some tiles. 63 science, not bad. We do have a Great Admiral in here. I would like to park it somewhere, probably here in between the 2 cities, as we do have a frigate. One of these frigates is gonna attack into Miriv, and this frigate can come over here and start attacking Pazirik. The city is gonna be falling in no time. That's a promotion. Sure, let's get another Embolon. Village, 106 faith. And we can park a berserker on the plantation now. Ooh, Brussels. We have another tile to pillage. 63 culture, we need that. We have no culture in this game. Our berserker is being attacked by barbarians. That's not a big deal. Let's clean these units up. Hit the city center and let's take over the city. Nice, let's keep the city. We do have some loyalty problems. Do I have governor that I could assign? Sure. No, not Pingala. Pingala is too important. I'm gonna reassign Magnus. Maybe that's enough to keep loyalty. Not quite sure. Let's repair the campus because these city center buildings I could ideally buy with faith, as we do have suzerainty of Valletta. So I can just repair the campus and I can send this builder to start repairing the tiles. Worst case scenario, if this city flips, we can pillage those tiles again. City of Christian's Land is gonna build me a lighthouse, and since we do have that builder card, let's just buy up a couple of extra builders with faith. I could buy myself a trader. Mykov, fair enough. Another promotion. You stay here. Let's get into a position to start attack on Miriv as well. Number 63 culture, 106 faith. Anything else left in here to pillage? I see a harbor. And we can settle another city. Let's do just that. We can improve that with a builder later on. And let's buy ourselves a tile to start working on that harbor. The world enters Renaissance era.
Listen, strange.
And we have access to our monarchy now. Let's join that. Our discounts are necessary. Unfortunately, our niter accumulation is relatively slow. We could use veterancy. Harbor adjacency bonuses. We don't need builders anymore. And trade card can be back. Unless there is something else I would rather use instead. Not really, I think this collection is good enough. We can pillage a harbor from Barcels, a little bit of a gold influx around here. And I should place down an aqueduct. Still working on that library, that's fine. 6 charge builder because of pyramids. Do have a few of those. Start improving tiles, and I will want to chop that industrial zone rainforest in Oslo. Keep trading with our capital. The city already has a trade route with our capital. Okay, that's fine. Let's send it to Bergen instead. And for the dedication, I think I will just take Monumentality. Maybe we are gonna need more builders. I am not sure. Just everything else is not that good. Reform the coinage. We are not trading internationally, so we're not getting extra gold. It's just that our trade routes couldn't be plundered. Which a good quality of life, but our trade routes are traveling mostly our mainland anyway, so that's reasonably secure. And for the civic tree, we have to start going towards guilds, as the next stop is gonna be nationalism. The enlightenment, we could potentially boost that if we would get another great person. Alliance, would I like to have an alliance? Not really. Alliances are currently kind of a pain in the ass, because if we would get an alliance with a person that we would like to attack, well, we couldn't. So that's pretty bad. Currently we only have friendships, and those are gonna expire relatively soon. I don't want to refresh them. And humanism, no, I'm not boosting that. Alright, that's fine. Keep just going towards nationalism. I do have 18 niter, meaning we can upgrade another quadrireme into a frigate. Good. And I would also like to improve this niter tile. And we do have a full loyalty in Poziri. So I can absolutely do just that. Boom, into the city center, start pillaging, send another berserker inside. And these caravels, literally I have no use for them anymore. I only need one caravel to take over Pokrovka now. Let's keep dragging them near the Christian's land. We have another frigate that is gonna start killing Pokrovka. Let's put a great admiral in between. This is where my another frigate is gonna be. Let's just get a little bit of extra combat strength out of it. Boom, another improvement and another whale style. Anybody wants my luxuries? Sure. Recruit, okay. Enlighten has been boosted. That's our third great person. Santa Cruz, and you can make me an armada. I have a frigate coming up in one turn. I didn't cancel it, but at this point, am I gonna cancel it? No. We can even use Santa Cruz on our frigate to get an early armada. This unit is gonna be insanely powerful. I think I am gonna do that. And I do have a few caravels in the areas to send them to join our main naval force that is currently coming up. It's another frigate. Do I need extra frigate? I mean, let's take Pokrovka faster then. Keep trading with the capital. Repair another tile. And Caravel can stay inside. I don't want to start losing loyalty if I remove a unit from that. Another Berserker. Let's keep a little bit of a distance from the city center.
The 10 might not be might.
Alright, printing has been researched. Now we are going for coal. And wait a minute. You just repaired this holy site. Okay. I mean, I'll take the extra faith. And start bombing the city center as well. This caravel is taking a little bit of a damage, but we are gonna be able to pillage the whales to get some health back anyway, so might as well keep farming the experience. Let's build an aqueduct, and see, we had 100 science. Era flipped, we are at 50. 50% of our science lost because of a free inquiry. It's just insane bonus when we need to catch up or surpass AI at least temporarily with the influx of fake science. Another niter type to improve. And since we're talking about niter, I need another frigate, but I won't need this frigate around Scythian territory anymore. What I have should survive, so this one can go straight to Christian's land in preparation for war against another civilization.
Every man should make his son learn some useful trade or profession.
Alright,
So that
none of these cards I really need unless I want to change something. Let's see. I do have 8 niter, I do have 3 quadriremes. Actually 4 of them. Do I want to change something, or am I happy to stick with it for up to 15 turns? Yeah, I am fine with it. Let's put it like this, and a frigate, that's Santa Cruz. Our frigate armada. Keep moving in. This monster should do insane damage. We have a caravel in a position. Let's flip. Just for extra pillage. Even though we can't attack the city center just yet, that's fine. Pillages are more important. Let's go back. Pillage for health. Sarpsborg is gonna need a shipyard. Do I buy it? Actually, I don't have that much of gold. 9 turns I think is reasonable for a shipyard, so you're gonna build it yourself. And we do have another promotion. Let's get Harbor Master to double our harbor adjacency in the city of Oslo to get extra production out of it as well. Settler can go to sleep until we uncover coal and figure out what we want to do. That's a job, and I can place down that industrial zone. But we are going to finish that aqueduct first, because +3 industrial zone is going to give us free era score for the first +3 industrial zone that we have ever built. Maybe we can get into another golden age in the next era as well. Let's start working on the lighthouse. And I do have extra builder charge. Let's get some lumbermen going, help out some of these cities. That's another village, 162 faith. Now we can go back into attacking the cities. And you are gonna go back. Coastal raid, I can just push this writer back, so just fall asleep until you're ready to take over the city. Alright, more era score, looking good. We have enough resources to upgrade 2 more quadriremes into frigates. Oslo is gonna need to work on an industrial zone. Nidaros, since we lost a bunch of science, I could keep working on the campus now. Another great person, extra governor title, sure. And what we are gonna do, we're gonna appoint Victor into Pozirik. And I'm gonna return Magnus back to our capital. Not for a big difference, but Victor is gonna be our loyalty stick for the most part. That's a governor that establishes the faster, and it has a promotion that provides more loyalty in the surrounding cities. We do have our frigate back in the location. This caravel is not necessary anymore. We have already pillaged the tile. Send it back. We do have more frigates arriving. Pokrovka is falling. Is it this turn or next one? I think we can take it. Let's keep the city. City has full loyalty even without governor. Not bad. Sure, we can repair bunch of stuff, and in this city we're gonna be able to get ourselves a stave church for extra era score at the very least. Harbor, yes, actually, let's do harbor into campus, theater square, and holy site. Maybe if this city grows, we can even make a coliseum somewhere. Because amenities are gonna be a problem in here. Most of the people are not gonna be willing to trade with us, and we are gonna have a hard time maintaining loyalty without those. And we have our great merchant for extra governor title. We can promote either Victor for extra loyalty, or I could promote Reina with tax collector for extra gold. I don't have loyalty problems right now, so I might as well take a little bit of more gold. Let's see, other great people, 200 gold and gain 2 envoys. I don't know if I care about that too much. Bam, a lumber mill, and talking about lumber mills actually, I should send some of my builders towards Pokrovka to start repairing some of these tiles. I don't want that city to suck. Boom, 96 science, 15 faith, I like it. Library. Keep shooting, and these frigates need to retreat back. Alright, I don't see much use for the builders, although maybe I could chop this tile. This could be a nice campus. And this could be somewhere Mausoleum and Helicarnassus maybe even, if I wanted to. So I guess I can improve a lumber mill. Let's use our frigate. Actually, our frigate has a promotion. Let's use that for bombardment to take over the cities faster. And we do have Scavenger. This city is good use, and Aqueduct struggles with housing. However, maybe let's get a shipyard in here. Do we have a shipyard in the capital? Yes, we do. I do have a decent amount of gold, so let's buy a shipyard and keep working on the aqueduct. And we have 2 more quadriremes that we can upgrade into frigates. That's our whole navy. Not bad, so we don't really need upgrade card anymore. Let's get a workshop in Oslo. That city needs some production. Let's get a library in Nidaros, 65 science. Bit by bit we are recovering in that department. Sarpsborg is gonna need to place down an aqueduct. It's gonna need to place down an industrial zone. Back to working that shipyard. Let's finish it off. City of Alessund is gonna work on another +4 campus, but it's not very productive. Theoretically, I could buy myself a shipyard. I don't know. 21 turns? Well, maybe fine. We're making 300 gold per turn. Gold is not really that much of a problem for us just yet. Send our frigates out. Now, this navy looks scary. I like it. When we get all of our units in one place, now it makes a difference. Start working on the shipyard in these cities. These cities are slow growers, but these are primarily economical cities anyway, so I don't mind it. Alright, our frigate, boom. Our berserker has a promotion available. And let's take battle cry for more combat strength, and the city doesn't have walls, so I can come in closer. I don't know if I want to take this down. I might lose a unit to a pikeman, but maybe I should. Okay, we at least will have 2 more tiles to pillage. Alright, our berserkers in a position. Keep pillaging. Everything is pillaged in the Scythian territory, so we should be able to take the city next turn easily. Yep, most of its defenses are out. Maybe we can do it this turn. Nice. Okay, so Scythian civilization has been conquered. Seems like Gelon still have enough loyalty. That's completely fine. Let's get a harbor into campus, into holy site, monument, granary. This city should leave us alone for a little bit. We do have a builder in the area, so we can start repairing the tiles as well. Our berserkers has a few promotions. That's fine, but I don't have a use out of them anywhere here, so let's start sending them to Christian's land as well. Our one charge builder, let's improve a fish resource. Make Pokrovka a little bit better, but how many farms you have and why do you have them? I'll keep growing them. But that city is gonna eat so much into our amenities. The more population, the more amenities we consume. 4 turns until Temple of Artemis. I could get +2 extra amenities actually. It's not great, but at this point, actually if I place it here, 1, 2, 3, 4, +3 Temple of Artemis, but I would have housing, food. Yeah, I think that's fine. 4 turns. How are we looking at amenities? +0. Well, that could help us out a little bit, although it wouldn't be difference maker. The biggest thing is not to get into the negative amenities. Now, in Sarpsborg, I'm actually gonna finish the Aqueduct before Industrial Zone because we didn't get Aeroscore out of Oslo for our +3 Industrial Zone, and I would like to get that Aeroscore. We could get Aeroscore out of Temple of Artemis. I think one of my city-states have been stolen away from me. Tusa, people want to contest that. I do have a few envoys, so let's take it back to 73 science, not bad. My cop is gonna need a shipyard. Sure, you're gonna build it on your own, you're a big boy. And the rest of my navy I'm gonna be sending back. I don't even need the units inside the city center anymore. And we can piss out with Skytia now. Our job here is done.
I think the human race may...
Now, do coal exist? Question of the century. Nothing in Skytian territory. We have one piece in Bergen. Right. Sure, I can repair the iron tile, I guess. Why not? Another berserker to send forward. And we do have 2 pieces of coal on this island. Actually, I could buy one, but I could just settle this land. Somewhere smack down in the middle now. Let's do just that, because I do have a settler in here. No coal around this territory? Not really. Yeah. Yeah. There is some coal in here, but that's very far away. Let's send the settler somewhere around here instead then. I could use a university into a factory. I will take my time to build up a little bit of infrastructure around here since we don't have a lot of culture. And once we get closer to nationalism, I'm gonna start printing more boats. I think that's a good plan. City of Stavanger has access to another district actually. I could get myself a campus. How big this campus would be? That's a desert tile that I don't really use for anything. A +2? I think that's fair enough. I have access to build another campus around here. That would be a +2. Do I have a builder? I have a builder in the area. So I can pick this style, chop, and place down a campus. But you're gonna be finishing that shipyard first. In the technology tree now, since we have coal, there are a couple of things that I could do actually. I could get myself to fly to get myself airdrome, but we don't have a good way to transfer our airplanes through the ocean before getting aircraft carriers. That's gonna come later on. But I could unlock aluminum to figure out if I can even generate that resource. And on our way I could get myself seaport for a lot of benefits, like immediately being able to train fleet or armada units. Actually, this is so good, isn't it? Trained units get 25% combat experience and training cost is reduced by 25%. Yeah, this is good. Radio is good. Chemistry could be good because that would allow us to explode in science to research the battleships faster. And no, we'll see. Maybe I just go toward... No, chemistry is way too long. Electricity would come in 2 technologies. That's way better. Maybe we could even boost something. We could build an armory because we do have a city with an encampment now, a Pokrovka. So there is a potential to get some extra boosts. What else could we boost? Own 2 crossbowmen. Yeah, I could do that. We do have archers somewhere around, still sleeping since classical era. Forts, I don't know if I will be building forts, I have no use from them. Build the university adjacent to a mountain, but well, that's gonna happen easily. Enlightenment civic, I do think we have a boost for that, so maybe. Build 2 banks, we only have 1 commercial hub, but there is potential. Build 2 neighborhoods, nah, not gonna happen. There are a few Eurekas that we can still boost, at least to save up for a little bit of science. But that will come in the next episode, where I'm gonna use my massive fleet against Grand Colombia. So thanks guys for watching, one love, I'm out.